Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Uttaram yat samudrasya himadreschaiva dakshinam varsham tad bharatam nama bharati yatra santatihi. Welcome to all for this chapter 14 of the Kedar Khanda under Maheshwara Khanda in the Skanda Purana. In the previous chapter, we have seen the battle that happened between the Devas and the Asuras as the Asuras got cheated at the end of churning of the Milky Ocean from where the nectar has arrived, and Mahavishnu cheated the Asuras in the form of Mohini, took away the pot of nectar from their hand and distributed it only among the Devas who had become all powerful now and they have defeated the army of Daityas. And then a famous Daitya by name Kalanemi, he went to have a strong fight with the Devas, and Mahavishnu himself was requested to come and face him. Lomasha continued the story. When the fight between Asuras and Vishnu became exceedingly terrific, the exceedingly wonderful winged lions equipped with armors and ridden by Asuras tore up the Garudas. The lions too were pierced and torn to pieces by him. Then Daityas were cut into pieces by Vishnu with his discus, and on seeing Asuras killed, the valorous Kalanemi, with his eyes full of wrath, struck Vishnu with his trident. Mukunda or Vishnu, the support of those who are helpless, caught hold of the trident as it rushed at him. Vishnu playfully caught hold of Kalanemi, the Asura of great power, with his trident by his hand sportively. Being struck with the self same trident, he suddenly fell down senseless. The fallen Daitya came to senses again and slowly opened his eyes. Regaining consciousness, he saw Vishnu standing in front of him. Vishnu, the Lord, abiding in the cavity of the heart of everyone. Kalanemi, of great strength, then spoke these words: I will not offer to fight with you. I have no desire for this world or the worldly pleasures. According to the words of Brahma, those asuras who are killed in the battle will attain the Kshaya, means everlasting world. Immediately they will come into contact with Indra, enjoying various kinds of worldly pleasures. They will roam about like gods along with Indra. Then they will fall down to the earthly world. Hence, I do not desire to fight, desire the death in the battle. It is of a momentary nature because after the birth, the person has to go back to the heaven, but then after some time, the heavenly pleasures also will be over. Then the person has to come back to the earth and take a birth again. So, this cycle of birth and death continues. O heroic Lord, it behoves you to grant me Kaivalya alone, means the salvation, a great benefit in the course of my next birth, of course, as a result of an inimical attitude. If you cannot offer me the Kaivalya or the salvation in this birth, at least allow me to be your enemy continuously, so till you offer me the salvation. Saying, so be it, the Supreme Being, the bestower of the greatest benefit, caused the excellent Daitya to fall down, having given to Sudha, means the nectar, to the Devas before, and having granted freedom from fear to the Devas, as the Lord has saved them. Kalanemi, the great Daitya who was like a dart, was killed by Vishnu, the powerful Lord. Devas became rid of thorns or the enemies. The lotus eyed Lord vanished immediately, having caused extremely power wonderful or the terrific havoc among Daityas. Indra also continued the slaughter of Daityas who were fallen cowardly like eunuchs, broken in spirit and frightened in mind, and had their garments and tufts of hair loosened. The liberal minded consort of Shachi means Indra, who was like the god of death unto Daityas and who could never be conquered as he did all these things. That means he was tormenting the Daityas who are fallen in the warfield because he was devotedly following the instructions laid down in the Arthashastra. Because Arthashastra clearly laid down the rules saying that Shesha, the enemy, not a single trace of enemy should be allowed to retain, and everyone among the enemy should be perished. While Asuras were being killed like this, the holy Lord Narada came there in order to make Indra desist from his act. Narada said, "Many heroic Asuras have been killed fighting in the battlefield. Why do you kill the frightened ones after that? The haughty and arrogant ones who cause the death of those who are afraid and those who seek refuge should be known as murderers of Brahmanas. They are guilty of great sins. Hence, even mentally injury should not be caused by you because these people are already fallen and they have already frightened. You should not kill them." On being told thus by the noble souled Narada, Indra immediately came back to Trivishkapa, means the heaven, accompanied by the armies of Suras. Then all the groups of Suras, all the Yakshas, Gandharvas, and Kinnaras became joyous. Along with their friends, they enjoyed the company of one another. Then Indra was crowned in Amaravati, the capital of Devaloka, along with Shachi by leading celestial sages and leading Brahmana sages. It was due to the favor of Shankara that Shakra attained his victory. Then, O Brahmanas, there was a great celebration in the world of Devas. Then conchs and different kinds of drums like Pataha, Mridanga, Muraja, Anaka, Beri, Dundubi were sounded simultaneously. Gandharvas and Kinnaras were the musicians. The groups of celestial damsels danced. Siddhas and Charanas and Guhyakas sang the praises. Thus Shakra, the lord of Devas, attained victory. At that time, the noble souled Daityas, the chief among whom was Bali, and who had been killed by Devas, fell down lifeless on the surface of the earth. Formerly, the Brahmana Bhargava, accompanied by his disciples, had gone to Mount Manasottara for performing penance, hence he was not aware of that battle. Here, the Brahmana Bhargava is the Shukracharya, who is the preceptor of the Daityas, and because their preceptor was not there, Daityas had no idea regarding how to fight. Those Daityas who had survived approached Bhargava. The news of the great destruction of Asuras was conveyed to him, and on hearing it, the son of Brigu became furious. He returned surrounded by his disciples with the Vidya or the magical formula called Mrityunjayini, Mritajivini, resuscitator of the dead. He revived the Asuras who had fallen dead. Then those Asuras got up as though they had awakened from sleep. Bali, who rose up, said to Bhargava of unmeasured splendor, "Of what avail is it to me today to be revived back to life? There is no benefit to me. I have been struck down by the lords of Devas like a mean, contemptible wretch." On hearing the words uttered by Bali, Shukra spoke these words: "Those heroic persons who are highly souled and intelligent, who are learned, and who fall down dead in battle on being struck by weapons will go to heaven. This is undoubtedly the statement of the Vedas. As the son of Brigu consoled Bali, he then performed various kinds of penance conducive to the achievement of siddhis by Daityas. All the Daityas urged by Brigu went to Patala. All the Daityas, the chief among whom was Bali, stayed in Patala in happiness. Thus ended chapter 14 of the Kedar Khanda under Maheshwara Khanda in the Skanda Purana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puramasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidyadanancha Dehime. Goodbye.